In this video, we will discuss decimal fractions. But before we do so, we need to remind ourselves what decimals really are. So decimals are base 10 representation of real numbers. So that is what we normally use in our counting and calculations. That is base 10. So that's what decimals are. And so the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 to 9 are called decimal digits. Now, the period or point placed to the right of the unit digit in a decimal numeral is called a decimal point. So here are some examples of decimals. So the whole number 2, the whole number 2,405, and the decimal fraction 13.2, 3.145 are all part of the decimal group of numerals. But for these type of decimal numerals with the period or decimal points, the digits to the right are the fraction parts, and then the digits to the left are the whole number parts. And so when we talk about decimal fractions, we are talking about the digits to the right of a decimal point. Okay, so let us understand what decimal fractions are. They are the decimal numerals with a decimal point and digits to the right of the decimal point. Now, for example, a decimal fraction like 3.145 is voiced as 3.145. That is how we pronounce it. Good. So now, in order to help us to evaluate one decimal fraction against the other, we need to know the place value of each digit in the decimal numeral. So as an example, we have 35.123. 35.123. Now let's go over the place values. So the number 3 is in the tens column. The 5 is the ones or units column. And then here's the decimal point. And then the 1 is in the tenths column. The 2 is in the hundredths column, and the 3 is in the thousandths column. So the 10th column is all the digits in the 10th column can be written as the number divided by 10. And all the digits in the hundredths column could also be written by writing the digits all over 100. And the digits in the thousandths column can also be written the digit over 1,000. So this figure 35.123 can also be written as a sum of the place values. 30 plus 5 plus 1 over 10 plus 2 over 100 plus 3 over 1,000. All summed up will give you the same number, 35.13. Let's talk about decimal place. Now, we say decimal place when we count a digit to the right of the decimal point. So in this numeral, as an example, 35.123, we have 3 numbers after the decimal point. So we say this number, has 3 decimal places because it has 3 digits after the decimal point. So if it is 2, then it will be 2 decimal places. If it is 1, then it will be 1 decimal place. Sometimes we use this when we are approximating or rounding up or down decimal fractions.